Enemy UAV overhead.
Head for target location. Rounds incoming.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
Hello viewers, and today I have got another loadout that you can use in Warzone. And if you favour accuracy over most other attributes in a weapon, then this is definitely going to be a weapon for you. This is the Striker 45 from the Modern Warfare submachine guns. And something particular that I've done with this weapon is I've used the ammo conversion kit, which means that it's now using the 45 hollow point 12 round magazine. This means that it's either a 2-burst or a simple single shot fire, and it essentially will make it perfect for long range engagements, as you should see in the gameplay that I've got for you. But before I break down these attachments for you and show you the gameplay showcasing just how good these 45 rounds can be, it would be amazing if you could consider subscribing to the channel. I'm working my way now towards 700 subscribers, but I've still got my eye on 1,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that subscribes, comments, likes, and just watches the video. I know I say it a lot, but I genuinely really do mean it, and I feel very guilty if I don't show my appreciation for everyone watching the video, so thank you very much. If you're not fussed about the specific statistics of this weapon, then feel free to pause the video here, because these are the attachments that I am using. And so, starting off in the muzzle attachment slot, we are using that monolithic suppressor for that all-important sound suppression, as well as the 10% boost to damage range and a 15% boost to bullet velocity. This is an ideal start for this long-range tap-firing Striker 45 loadout, because we get that additional damage range, which is something we definitely want to be taking, as there is only 12 rounds in the magazine. But as you'll see in the gameplay, that is actually plenty of bullets for the type of damage output that this weapon has. Naturally, as this SMG is being turned into more of a long-range weapon, we are going for the longest barrel available, and that is the 400mm stainless steel barrel, which will provide a triage of improvements in damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. Damage range will be boosted by 35%, and vertical recoil will be reduced by 15%. This means it's almost borderline unnoticeable, the recoil, particularly when you tap fire. And so if you can get the rhythm of the tap firing down really good with extensive use of this weapon, you will be a force to be reckoned with. And lastly, the bullet velocity does get an extended boost of 18% on top of the monolithic suppressor, meaning that for those medium to long range shots, we don't have to lead the target, if at all. As we gained a good amount of vertical recoil control in the form of that barrel, we want to tighten things up horizontally, and this means that we want to improve the recoil stabilization, and that is the left and right deviation of the end of the barrel when you are sort of firing as quickly as you can, or full auto firing in the case you don't want to use these mags. But anyway, the Commando foregrip does the best job of this in the underbarrel attachment slot, because it will improve vertical recoil by a further 6%, but the main reason we're using it is because it will tighten up that horizontal bounce by 15%. This means that we're going to gain an overall 21% in accuracy when we are firing as quickly as we can. Of course, as I mentioned, here are the 45 hollow point 12 round mags. It says it's a gun mod for lightweight single stack 12 round magazines. Comes equipped with a 2-round burst fire and a 45 ACP, that's armor piercing basically, hollow point ammunition to ensure that every shot counts. Now they do hit extremely hard. It doesn't feel like you're particularly shooting quite big bullets, but I can guarantee you, once you've realised that you've downed the enemy in 3 or 4 shots, you will know that you are shooting something quite formidable. And for the final attachment, to make the most of these long range attributes that we have been improving, I wanted to use an optic that was nice and powerful, and above all nice and clean, so we can make the most of those 12 bullets in the magazine. And so I'm using the Cronin C480 Pro Optic, which claims to be a 3.5 times zoom, but really it's a 2.3 times zoom when you measure the pixels that it reveals when you ADS. It also has some hidden stats. It will reduce vertical recoil by 11% and further tighten up that horizontal bounce by 10% as well. This means that as I mentioned, the recoil is almost not even noticeable on this weapon, and you will see in the gameplay that I've got for you just how good the recoil is to control. But anyway, let me know down in the comments if you do give this weapon a go. If you are interested in seeing more action with the 2-burst mode, which I don't actually use in this gameplay, then I do have a video for that too. You should see a card in the corner of your screen right about now for the use of the 2-burst version of this weapon. But let me know if you give either of them a go nonetheless. And leave a like if you enjoy the video, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the gameplay. Thought I'd do another post commentary for this video for the Striker 45. We did notice something on those main sort of factory buildings, so I grab a bounty in the hopes that it's gonna shine a light on one of them, and it does. I managed to get that down, but he did down Charlie as he drew the attention. We'll try and finish him off, but that dear Matty, he must have a lot of bullet drop because I could not tell where those bullets were going. But anyway, I'll go and revive Charlie. We've chased them into this end of the building now. Charlie's using the helicopter again to attract the attention. I'm just going to watch the videos in case I try and run the videos, the windows. So Charlie's downed one, and I throw a flash. I get the flash. And there we go. I just simply let Charlie know that they were flashed, and he just made that rush. There we go. Trying to get our loadout as quickly as we can. It's just dropped, so there's probably people about. I realise there are definitely people about, but we both get our loadout and we just try and stay nice and low and try and get away. And we move into this little town on the left, and we think we might as well spend our money because, as you can see, we have got quite a lot. Charlie throws up a UAV, as do I, and you can see there are 2 players in that right building at the top of the hill. I do just check the left one just in case someone's got ghost as we push up.
Be advised, UAV is bingo.
Charlie throws his frag grenade and he does actually get the down. And I wanted to switch this origin, see what this origin was like. There we go, slight bit of overkill with that origin, but it got the job done. And you can see that the UAV is still pulsing because we did 2. Someone on top of the big red building. Or sorry, in the petrol station I should say. Don't have a particularly good sight on them, but we know that there was also people in the big red as well, yeah, as you can see on that UAV. There's another helicopter coming in, and these 2 people have just jumped out of it. I think they probably were about to get rocket launched. It's really a shame I only had 3 bullets left, and you can see in 3 bullets I broke his armour. Not sure how much damage he had taken, but there's the one guy that was in the building previous to them landing. But now we know that there are 2 people up in, I'm assuming is that little roof cubicle, so pop dead silence. See if I can sort of get them trapped up there. Break his armour, but he does a lot of damage to me, so I'm just going to run at this point.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Yeah, that was close, unfortunately. Didn't quite have the range with that origin then.
Now go sort this fucker out.
You see, we're both at sort of the same health here. But I get another shot off on him there, and he misses me. And so my health came back and his didn't, so I only needed 1 bullet on him then. It's always important to remember little bits like that. But anyway, back into Big Red. We finished off those guys, well, Charlie finished off those guys in the attic, and I see... You can see, the origin is very range dependent. I will be doing a full loadout for it soon, but I haven't got it fully leveled up yet, so make sure you subscribe if you would like to see that video coming soon in the future. But anyway, back into this little office window, and Charlie has just been RPG'd. There's a floor beneath me, and so I think I'm going to drop down because I have no idea where this guy is, but Charlie revives himself and gets himself killed straight away again.
Your teammate was sent to the gulag. They'll fight for a chance
So
to
I did a good
redeploy.
amount of damage then. Didn't get an armor break, but I know he's got an RPG, so I'm sort of being very cautious in that regard, really. To sort of get some distance from him, I need to
Moving.
try and armor up, and then, you know, with Charlie being in the gulag at the moment, I'm probably just going to push away, just in case he doesn't win.
We should head for the safe zone.
As you can see, the pressure is really on now because Charlie hasn't won that gulag.
Sending them home.
So I'm just going to push away and see if I can maybe see
Team is
him
KIA.
through one of the windows. But I see him straight away like he's followed me. Take him out nice and quick with this very powerful Striker 45. I picked up that snapshot grenade then, just because I could throw it and see if he was close. But luckily I saw him, so I didn't need to use it. But anyway, Charlie is back now, and he's just said there's someone else in here yet again. He manages to down him and finish him off, but he says he's got a teammate. So he's not on heartbeat, so he's got ghost, and I have no idea where he is. So I'm just going to sort of start moving towards the circle and try and gatekeep this person. So I took shots then, but I had no idea where he was, and I thought that grenade then wasn't actually going to get me because it was above the little bit of terrain. But luckily, Charlie does down him. He hasn't finished him off because the gas is coming, and he uses that opportunity to get me up. I didn't think it was the best decision, but it turned out to be the best decision. As you can see, I'm not quite sure still. I've got my shotgun out, and I'm sort of waiting around the corner because I could hear him coughing. But anyway, as you can see in the death sort of box on the left side of the screen, he did die. And now we've realised we've got to make sort of a clockwise rotate over the river. So that's what we're going to do. So we're quite far up the bank now, just on the edge of the circle once again. Just gatekeeping if any sneaky people want to come behind us. Guy on the police station, you see I just shot one bullet at him because I think sometimes it's important in these late game sort of scenarios to just bleed their armor plates, because armor is quite hard to come by if there isn't a shop, and so I was making the most of sort of doing that when we could. See there, a guy just shattered that glass with his sniper, and then he jumped out the window, and so now I'm going to get properly inside the circle and try and find some hard, decent cover for when they inevitably sort of emerge from roughly in that direction. As you can see, Charlie's pushed up, ever the aggressor. And he's going to let me know if he sees them, obviously. He has got a loud sniper, though, which you just heard him fire. And it looked like then he got caught in a bit of a crossfire. He sort of alerted them all by firing his gun. And a couple people shot at him, but I got a couple shots off on the guy that finished him, which is down on the corner, as you can see, but didn't get an armor break. But, as I said, importantly, he's lost armor now, so he might not be at full armor if I see him again. There we are, I got the down. There was two over there. One of them was already down, so they're both down now. But I did get shot from the left, so I can't really peek. But anyway, got two, what are they? Camos for my gun, so I'll take that. I think that guy's moved away. That was on my left trying to shoot me, so I move up onto this high rock, make sure I'm just, you know, just having a look around, checking my heartbeat, and I see someone in the background there. I don't really think it's particularly a good idea to try and take him out, because it's not likely that I'm going to get the down, especially without attracting attention of the 6 other players now in the game. So I'm just watching carefully on all these ridges because it's so easy to just hide at the foot of one of these ridges, and someone from my position simply couldn't see, and there you go, someone just managed to crawl the way up the building as soon as I was facing the other way and finished me off crouched walking with Ghost. But anyway, I really enjoyed using that Striker 45, and I would love to know if you give it a go yourself. So thank you very much for watching. If you did make it this far into the video, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.